What is up, traders? Welcome back to the channel. I do have some time to make a quick update and possibly maybe do a demo trade on the Renko bars. So real quick, I did pass the Bullnox eval today this morning. This was a trade. I only needed 1 point, and it took me about, let me put this up. It took me about 9 days, because today, this is updates yesterday, so 9 days with today total. And I did had a rough day last week. This was Tuesday. Ended the balance, or ended the day actually minus 600. So that was a very rough day. And honestly speaking, this past couple weeks or week and a half has been very difficult to trade, to be honest, very difficult. But I did pass it, and I had to do the request. But something that I kind of didn't realize, in order for you to get a payout from Bullnox, you gotta have a safety net, quote unquote, which is like $1,600 plus the minimum amount that you need to withdraw, which is $1,000. So technically speaking, you have to have $2,600 in profits ready to go in order for you to make a withdrawal. So, you know, am I gonna keep this account? Probably. Am I gonna trade this, take it seriously? Not really, because I think Apex does a little bit better. They don't have the safety net. So if you made 500 or 20, I forget what the number is, but there's no safety net. You don't have to make $2,600 and then have $1,600 in the reserve or whatnot. No, you can just withdraw whatever you want. But there's a drawdown in Apex as well. You can only do it twice a month. This you can do it every Wednesday. So there's plus and minuses, but anyways, that's not here or there. But yeah, like I said, I just want to say that I did pass this evaluation using the Renko bars. And another quick tip for evaluations, if you're getting close to and this is probably more common sense, but if you're getting close to passing the evaluation, I would recommend scaling down the contracts. So like, for example, with this eval, I was up $1,300, and I reduced my contracts to 2. Once I was up over $1,400, I reduced my contracts to 1. So it's just one of those things where if you do get a loss, it's not going to be that much of a hurtful loss, because it sucks to have, let's say you're $1,300 and you're $200 away from target profit, and you have a loser, and now you're down $300, right? That's just, or even more. So it's just one of those things. So just as you're getting closer to target profit, just scale down. That's it. But I did want to kind of give you kind of like a test demo thing. I am on a sim account, and so basically, again, the rules are exactly the same, and I'll go over the settings in a minute. But my favorite setups on this chart, on these bars, is second entry. First and foremost, second entry is my favorite, and the lower highs, higher lows. Those are my favorite setups on this chart by far. And the second one, it's not really that effective. It's very effective in a trending day, not so much in range day, but it's the pullbacks to the EMA. I like taking those. In a range day, I only take 1 point. In a trending day, I'll do usually 2 or 3 or 4, because trending day, the chances of the price going higher from the pullback is a lot more than in a range day. So just something to keep in mind. But we do have a higher low forming here. Price broke, so I'm gonna drop my limit order right there, see if it get filled. We got filled again. This is not really a high probability setup because we are kind of in the midline, but the stop loss goes 1 point below, or 1 tick below the signal bar. It is kind of a congestion here, so I don't really like that. And we're targeting 1 point. You can do whatever you want. You can target the EMA, you can target 3 points, whatever you feel like it. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just doing 1 point. But you get the point, you get the idea. And we do have a break new low already in place, which is the downtrend has played out, and of course we got filled. And I'm looking for a short. Now, does that mean that if you have a break in new low, does that mean the price might go back up? Not necessarily. What it means is just you're gonna have some kind of correction and possible reversal to the other side. So just because you're breaking new low or breaking new high does not mean that the price is going to instantly reverse and go the opposite direction. It's just something to keep in mind. I think a lot of people forget when they trade this max system. is that they think that the price will reverse, and it's not the case. It just means that there's a very good chance that the price might correct itself. So but anyways, this was definitely not I wouldn't say this is a high probability setup, but it is my favorite setup because it is a higher low, just like here. Now again, this looks like more of a congestion, so, and it is at the midline, so I don't like that. But you can clearly see there's a double top here, there's a triple test here, and we have lower highs confirming that, hey, we're going to go lower. So that's what lower highs and higher lows doing. They're confirming that we're not going to go any more higher, and chances are there's a higher chance that we might just go to the direction that you think it might go. So, but that was pretty quick trade. Again, we're getting kind of late in the day, but I guess I'll show you my setup. But like I said, drop my limit order right at the candle close, wait for the price to come back and get me, and then manage the trade, and that's it. Sometimes the price does move quick, like I think this trade right here. I was trying to do a trade, like a video, and I dropped my limit order and the price never came back and just left without me. So that's when I said you have to be very confident in the trade. You can do stop limit orders. I don't like that. I don't like stop orders, just because basically what you're saying is you guarantee yourself in the market, and sometimes the price will come to your stop order and it will fill you, but it'll never actually tick through the price level and reverse and go back up and stop you out. So gotta be very careful when you're doing the stop orders. You have to make sure you're 100% sure that's what you want to take, right? That's the trade you want to take, 100% sure. For me, I like limit orders. That's just been working for me pretty good lately, and yeah, I mean, that's how I trade. But again, this is not really a high probability setup just because we're at the midline. But you saw how I did it, and I guess I should go over my settings. So the settings is 448. That's the best for me. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend shorter than or lower than that, just because the price action will move really, really fast. And no tick replayed, 5 days to load. You can do 3. You don't have to do 5. Trading hours default, and the breakup end of day checked off. Everything else is to your preference. This is how I have my chart set up. But you can copy it if you want to. And the indicators, again, past toolbar, you guys know what that is. Again, the second entry, trade levels indicator, economic news, and of course the threshold, which is the green lines. I believe I did modify this a little bit to make it, I think, shorter, but it just, again, like I said, it's telling you the price needs to break this level in order for it to form a new bar. Trend magic, I think, is default. The reversal bars, I'm not sure why it's not showing up here, but the reversal bars, the green and red bars, I think is default as well. And of course the 21 EMA. And that's it. That's really pretty straightforward, pretty simple. But you can clearly see we have a little bit of congestion here, and it looks like the price is going to reverse and come back down. And so we did get a little bit lucky on this trade. And sometimes that's all you need, is a little bit of luck. But technically you still be in a trade right now. Okay, now you've been stopped out, so there you go. But again, this is not a high probability setup just because there's a midline and just congestion. So high probability setup for me would be probably like, you know, somewhere here after a break and a retest of the highs. Again, same thing here. You have a break, new low already played out, and you have a higher low, which I love. And you have this little channel working up here, break new high and a lower high here. So even this one is possible. The only problem with this one is EMA is too close, but it is what it is. But that's how I trade. That's how I trade these bars, and like I said, I like it so far. And honestly, the past couple of days and even last week, more so this couple of days, the Monday, Tuesday, the price action has been really, really bad. It has been really bad. I mean, I looked at a tick chart, and I mean, it's just like, I don't know. The more I look at this chart, the less I look at the 2000 tick chart, to be honest. And for me, it's just more clear. Even, you know, the only thing that actually like kind of sucks though is some of these bars can take forever to form, and that's because it's not, there's no countdown, there's no time limit, there's no tick limit, there's nothing. And the price only goes up or down if the bars form up and down if the price goes up and down. So like for example, this bar ended at 13.18, this one ended at 13.29, so that's a 10-minute bar, you know what I mean? So again, it's not very frequent, but it does happen, so you have to be patient, and this does exercise patience. So if you're not a patient trader, these bars probably not for you. But you know, given the context, and if you look at the price, it's been choppy, it's been slow, it's been choppy. So normal conditions, normal market conditions, the price moves pretty fast, and the bars perform pretty fast, so I don't have a problem. But today, yesterday, and Monday, it's been extremely slow, so you do have to keep that in mind. And honestly speaking, I'd rather wait 10 minutes for a bar to form than have, you know, freaking 30 freaking dojis on the chart. Again, that's just my personal opinion. I don't know. To each his own, I guess, right? But yeah, that's how I trade. And hopefully I can get a second setup maybe. So like for example here, you know, since we failed to go higher, again, I'm thinking we're gonna test the bottom of this range. Now we can clearly see we have a lot of support at this bottom of this range, a lot, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so many touches. So chances are of the price bouncing off this support is very high, but we can also break it and then come back. And my understanding, like here's the thing, like the more you touch the support resistance levels, the less they become strong, because again, we're coming back and testing it and testing it and testing it. So basically it becomes weaker, right? My ideal thing is, you know, like Michael always says, you know, 3 touches, triple test, right? I like those a lot. And you know, for example, like here, 1, 2, 3, we're going lower. Again, you know, 1, 2, and 3 going higher. So anything more than 3, I would be a lot more cautious, right? I'd be more cautious, about be more careful. I'll be watching my signal bars and whatnot. I'll be watching price action. So, but like I said, you know, like you just saw right now, price broke through this price level. It created a new bar. If it wants to go higher, create new bars, you gotta break this level, the 75.75. Once it breaks that, it creates a new bar. So hopefully you get the point, get the idea. But like I said, I'm gonna keep trading with this. I'm gonna trade my other evaluation, and we'll see how I feel. But like I said, the more I stare at these bars, the less I look at the 1,000 tick chart. I mean, it just I don't like having dojis and dojis inside bars and all this crap in your face for 15 hours, or not 15 hours, but for 4 hours, and not have a single trade set up. But anyways, that's it for me. That's it for the video. And like I said, if you have any questions, just comment down below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.